Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new video. It's been a while, but today I felt like we had to share some of the information, some of the things that we've been doing in our Discord group. If you are new to this group or to this YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe to our channel because we're doing technical analysis on crypto and all types of crypto markets. We also have our own trading software in which we automate trading on Bybit, which is high frequency trading. You can watch some of the videos on this YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to show you guys what we've been up to in our subscriber group because as you guys know, I've used to do technical analysis in CryptoNairs, which was a different group that had hired me to do technical analysis. Unfortunately, things didn't end up well. I think I do not like the type of content that those Discord channels and those communities bring forward, and I'm going to show you why I have a much different approach and why I think knowing technical analysis will change you as an investor and will make you a profitable investor. And being one of the people that just follows someone on his word, on his promise, will not make you profitable. That's not how the trading game, the investing game works. And I'm going to show you some clear examples and hopefully convince you that this is not the way to go, guys. Let's have a look at one of the coins that the group that I was hired by was shilling every single day, even to their employees, even to the group of moderators. Guys, they were telling us to buy this. They were telling us to buy this. This was going to the moon, right? I did technical analysis on this coin and told them we would go to 2.5 cents, guys. And I was basically told to shut my mouth, okay? To not get out of order, to not get out of line, stay in your lane were the exact terms. But have a look, guys, what is my lane? My lane is technical analysis. And if you look at these charts, and guys, I'm not here trying to bully you. I'm just trying to show you what the difference is between someone doing technical analysis, understanding these markets, and I've been in the markets for 6 or 7 years now. And I've been studying technical analysis. And of course, I started off like you guys, not believing it, just wanting an easy way to get this all done, follow someone and just, no, guys, you have to start understanding technical analysis. And in my group, I teach you and I share all of the videos and documentation and tutorials that I have used to learn technical analysis. So you will have all of that documentation for yourself in order to study all of this. Now, okay, this is BioFi, and it's one of the coins that they probably all of the users there have bought this because this was the only thing that they were basically putting forward. And have a look at it. You lost tons of value, tons of wealth. Let's say 90% of your wealth has disappeared over the last couple of months, last 2 months. Okay, that's what those type of groups are doing. They're shilling you on some kind of projects that's not mature. It's just a promise, and they got in maybe dirt cheap. Maybe they're the owner of the project or whatever it might be, but this is not something you're gonna make money off, as you can see. I mean, there is only like $42,000 in the liquidity pool. I mean, what a joke, guys. These type of projects, stay out of them. If you believe in the fundamentals, well, invest in it for the long term and try to be as early as possible. But yeah, let's continue on because we want to show you what do we do. So let's go over in the lobby because I recently, these last couple of days, I started sharing all of my entries because I saw another user doing it and then people started liking it. So I started to follow along, and we had some very amazing technical analysis. For example, I think it's better to show you guys the actual calls, how I do them and how they look. So for example, if we type in from me, and then type in, for example, let's start off with ape. So we type in ape and we go to the first message about it. Okay, how I trade ape. Let's go to the message and let's see what I was trying to explain everyone. Okay, so this is in the channel TA by SEC, and if you want to join this, you'll have to go through the join channel and click through to the link, and you'll be directed to a payment provider, and then you'll get an automatic rank, which will allow you to see all of the channels, but also allow you to use the trading software. Okay, so let's go back to TA by Sec, and let's read what I shared with you guys the 22nd of July. How I trade Ape and have now locked in a free trade. Okay, so we hit the liquidity zone after a wave 5 impulse up finished. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart, show you guys a 5-wave impulse. We're at our entry point around 6.863. Okay, so worst case, we have our stop loss described here. We zoom into the chart a little bit. So this was my first liquidity zone, and now we made an impulse up, and now the next entry comes up. Okay, so let's go quickly to the chart. What happened to Ape after that? Okay, so this is the liquidity zone that I was showing you, around 6.868. So somewhere here, I entered. So let's put a line there. Somewhere here I entered, and let's have a look how many dips we had from that and how big those were. So you have about 10% to the downside. Okay, so each time you hit this level that was our resistance, you get a 10% to the downside, guys. So this is in a span of a couple of days. You have 2 moves to the downside of 10%, right? So you made 20% on an Ape trade, and our risk on this particular trade is from here to the blue line. So it's about, oh, I have to zoom a little bit out in order for me to see that. So let's try that again. It's about 4%. So I'm risking 4% for 10%. Okay, so that's the trade setup in this particular scenario. Let's continue on to the next one. Let's have a look at Axis Infinities. Okay, so the stupid game that has gained a lot of traction. Oh, let's go to the old messages. Okay, so around 8th of July, I was already sharing a lot of altcoins, and for Axis, I was looking for $21 as our resistance. But more recently, yesterday, 1 a.m., I was looking for a short hedge on X, and I was looking for $18.5 since it was looking to rush towards the highs, which is an unsustainable way of moving upwards. This would finish our ABC, so that's Elliott wave construction or structure, sorry, with a stop loss around $19.6. So I give you guys the entry, the reasons why I go into this trade, and my stop loss. And let's have a look at Axis here, and we can see we went to the $18.5, and let's put another line here, so 18.5. And from this point on, we had nearly 15% to the downside. So that's another 15% you make by losing probably a couple of percent to the upside. How much is it to be exact? It's about 5%. Okay, so 1 to 3 risk to reward, you make 15% off of this trade. Another great trade, right? And then right after that, we have an ADA trade, right? So here, I tell everyone that ADA is looking for something similar. So ADA short around 53, yep, with a stop loss around 54, and wrong screen. So if we look at ADA right now, what did we do? So this is our entry, which we already have a line around 53, and we came down about, let's have a look, 8.3%. Okay, so all these setups give us profits. We have a defined risk, so we know what we are risking on these particular trades, and our profit potential is bigger than our risk. At the end of the day, we're just riding the waves. We don't really care that much about fundamentals. I mean, I have my Bitcoin investments that are more fundamentally based, long time frame based. But this is trading, guys. Here we're trying to make small trades within a day or couple of days, or maybe a couple of weeks if it's a swing trade, but we just follow the trend, okay? Because a chart like this shows nothing more than our emotions. So us as traders, our emotions are represented through this chart. If we have FOMO, that will be represented in the chart. If someone of us has insider knowledge that something will happen, he will probably leave a trace behind. Not even probably, he will surely leave a trace behind in the chart. Okay, you cannot go unnoticed in crypto. So you cannot buy Bitcoin and go unnoticed, because you will have an effect on the price, and the price is the chart that we have in front of us. We do not need the news. Okay, I showed you guys in the last video that basically up on getting the negative CPI news, price started pumping. Take that into account. Last time that we had the pandemic dump and we dumped to 3.6k, we can quickly have a look at the chart for that, because I think it's really a point that you should not forget about how Bitcoin moves and why it moves. It's very much a liquidity driven market, meaning that not a lot of people are willing to let go of their crypto unless something crazy happens, something unexpected happens, and that's when they let go of their crypto and make a mistake, and that's what the market benefits of. So let's have a look, for example, on the weekly chart for BTC USD. I have to go to the Bitstamp chart. We can see that if you look at when the pandemic dump happened, and throughout this spike, the whole pandemic was becoming worse and worse. There was no decrease, and it was becoming a bigger pandemic, and price rises to new all-time highs unexpectedly, right? So they take liquidity by basically scaring you, but that doesn't matter, because the price is going to go where it will be going anyway. So the fundamentals matter on the long term, but on the short term you need to be a trader. Because how could you have known that this was a good buying level? Well, by putting the volume profiles, and I've shown you this in one of my or some of my earlier videos. If you put a volume profile, you get the point of control exactly at the pandemic lows. Okay, so that's how you could have known that that is the sweet spot to get into Bitcoin. Right, so yeah, just have for yourself, think about it, guys. Is it worth buying into projects that are pure promises, have nothing going for them? Or is this the time for you during this bear market to start educating yourself, get an automated software, get a group that will teach you technical analysis so that you understand the market? You can start investing in the coins that you like. Okay, you don't have to take shorts, you can only focus on longs, but when should you go long? That's the thing that you should start learning, and that will benefit you during this bear market, because this is where people make the big money. And how do they do that? Well, everything is super cheap, and it's going to be extremely cheap at some point, right? That's called the capitulation. And when this event happens, that's when wealth is created, because that's when you get into a coin for underpriced. Okay, so the asset is underpriced for what it actually is fundamentally worth, and what will heal this is time. Okay, so you get in, wait a year, and all of a sudden all of that undervalued pricing has diminished, and the pricings are right again, and maybe even overvalued, and that's when you start getting out of your exposure. Okay, so that's how I'm doing it with Bitcoin. I'm waiting until it gets undervalued, underpriced. That's when I get in, and then I wait until it gets overpriced, and that's when I start getting out of my spot holdings. Okay, and besides that, I just trade to get more Bitcoins in my spot holding. Okay, so if that's a strategy that you think is interesting, if you want to start trading with us, get these updates, but also learn how you can start recognizing these patterns, recognize the charts and entries and exits, invalidation points, then please join the link in our description, and I'll see you guys in the Discord. Yeah, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.